Okay, so collaboration and transparency during a situation of crisis, yes, it has to be. You have to first see, crisis always comes about, not because you wanted it, because it just happens. Okay, it can happen to anybody in our life. Now, at any point in time in our career, when you're least unprepared or when you least expect it is when it happens. Now, at such point in time, you need to, most important thing is you need to be transparent of whatever that is happening, and you need to be able to talk about this to somebody whom you trust or who can you can take in confidence, and first explain to them what is happening. Because the first immediate response will be we get panic button gets turned on, and when you panic, your mind doesn't know how to react. So the first thing that it throws is fear. You become extremely fearful. Either you don't know what's going to happen, something is going to bad happens. Too many different things come about at that moment in time because your thought process gets clouded. You're not thinking in a reasonable manner. So most important is you need to be calm. You need to go and collaborate. When I say collaborate, forget about even collaboration at that time. It's about taking somebody in confidence whom you trust and sharing with them extremely in that transparency as to what has gone wrong, where it has gone wrong, how it has gone wrong, and whatever that happened. You need to lay down everything, and then you need to assess the crisis situation, what level of crisis it is, and how you need to able to mitigate it. That's the most important thing. But by fearing or by panicking or creating anxiety, not just to you and everybody around, you're not going to be able to solve anything. On the contrary, you're bringing on more. See, one of the very important lessons of human psychology is whatever your mind 90% of whatever your mind imagines is not existing. The problem is actually only 10%. 90% is everything that your mind is imagining. So you need to be able to recognize this. And this is not easy, let me tell you. You have to practice it hard because the human way of the human emotions is made of react. It just reacts first. You cannot first think calm because something that you think bad has happened to you. So this crisis can be either it's personally impacting you, or it might impact in the whole team, or it could impact the whole city or the whole nation. So we don't know to what degree that crisis can affect. So one thing that I have learned in those crisis situations that I've dealt with is that I'm going to bring a little bit of spiritual spiel here, which is my spiritual hat that I wear. When you are very truthful to what you do, nothing shall befall you. That's the first thing. But most important is you have to always walk the path of truth. And you should be very clean in every job that you do. You cannot mess anything around, or you cannot do something which is not right, or it is not the business conduct that we carry, or it is not. We have to always follow this ethics, compliance. That's why the companies or wherever you work, you have those ethics and compliance guidelines. You're doing everything legally. Everything is documented. So when you do all the things right, there's nothing to panic about, and nothing shall befall you. So first you have to ask, have I done anything wrong? The question is to yourself. When you have not done wrong, there's nothing to be afraid about. So what are you afraid about? Yeah, situations come about. People can say, oh, you did this or you did that. But you should always have supporting documents and everything to prove yourself that there is nothing that wrong you have done. I'm just giving a hypothetical example here. Doesn't mean that is what we are talking about, a crisis as a situation, right? And if you look at it, many a time, one of the most important lessons that you need to understand in all of this is no matter where you are, you have to always document and keep a record of what you're doing. And that will save you, your heartbreak. And this is my 2 cents that I will offer.